And hello, good people. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. Helps out the channel. Alright, so Hasbro had their G.I. Joe fan stream event, and they dropped some interesting figures, and the first one I'm looking at is Alpine. And to me, this Alpine looks great. You know, I do love the updated classified look, and you know, he's one of those old school Joe characters from the cartoon that I always used to love. I still remember when that 3 3/4 inch figure came out. You know, I snatched him up for the discount store on Flatbush Avenue, and you know, he instantly became one of my favorite Joes, and I do really like this figure. I really think I probably like the figure more for the accessories that he came with. You know, a lot of those Joes back then came with a lot of stuff. You know, you had wetsuit with all his diving apparatus, blowtorch with the mask, the helmet. So, you know, those were cool figures back then. So me and my collecting buddy Nick, we were talking about it because he was in a lot of the chats and was looking around on the comments and, you know, trying to gauge how people felt about it. So a lot of people were sort of mad because he didn't include the backpack, you know, from the classic one. But, you know, the real comments were, you know, have you ever tried mountain climbing with a heavy knapsack on? You know, it just doesn't work out. It doesn't translate. But, you know, when I'm looking at this figure, I could tell that this is definitely going to be a retro card probably later down the line. So, you know, you'll probably get the old school Alpine outfit with the backpack and everything else. Next up is the Cobra's Iron Grenadiers. Now, I couldn't believe they sold out this quick. I literally logged in and they were gone. I was like, you know, I should have expected that though. You know, these guys look awesome. The black and gold, you know, they look like an old school European soldier. And, you know, they're pretty much army builders. So I should have expected that they were going to go quick. And, of course, next up, we have in the same color scheme, the Iron Grenadier Bat Soldier. Same black, gold, and red colorway. And I got to admit, that android looks awesome. You know, it looks pretty good. You know, the principal photography on these figures look great. And, you know, I should have knew he was going to sell out as well. So, you know, if I want to cop him, I'm probably going to have to try Big Bad Toy Store or maybe one of my local toy stores. Because, you know, he was another one that was going on the Hasbro site ASAP. Now, the next figure they revealed, I admit I'm on the fence on this. I really don't know how to feel about it. You know, some of the photography looks nice. You know, it's Storm Shadow. And, you know, the figure looks flexible as hell. You know, the poses that they're putting them in are awesome. But I don't know, that suit just looks off. That camel print is just off-putting. You know, and I get what they were going with. You know, I remember the comic book when Storm Shadow started wearing that camel suit. But I don't know, it just doesn't translate well over to the action figure line. So, you know, of course, I'm gonna pass on Storm Shadow. I can't believe I said that. Just passing on Storm Shadow. And next up, we have a leak. This was actually posted to Sergeant Slaughter's, is it Twitter, X Twitter account, whatever they want to call it nowadays. And this figure is a reissue of Sergeant Slaughter, so it's the Mad Marauders or Slaughter's Marauders. Me personally, I would love some Marauder figures from the animated movie, but that's just me. And this figure, he actually comes with different accessories. He's got the army bag, weights, some sparring gloves. And the thing is, there's actually 2 different issues of this figure. One with his hat on, with the campaign cover on, and one without. So actually, this was going to be an era figure that Sergeant Slaughter didn't approve, but a few of them got out in the wild. Now the question is, how many got out in the wild? And next up, we have another leak of Mad Marauders or Slaughter Marauders. So these are going to be repaints of Lowlight and Spirit. The Spirit looks a little interesting, but you know, I'm just looking. I don't know if it's enough to make me go out and buy these. I mean, you know, I don't feel negative or positive for these either way. And, you know, personally, I could wait for them. So, you know, this will probably be in the sale bin somewhere and I'll cop it. You know, I'm not running out to go buy this. And next up, we have the Cobra Stinger. Now, I'm glad they're making this, and you know, this is going to be an immediate cop. I'm glad they're making it. I previously bought the Vamp with Clutch, and I was on the fence about buying that, and I'm glad I did. Have you seen the prices on the secondary market? On that thing is crazy. So I expect more of the same. This is probably going to be an army builder. People are going to buy multiples of this, and this would be a great compliment to the Vamp or to your Cobra Hiss tank. Good job. Coming in next, we got the Cobra Trooper on a retro card. Now that Cobra Trooper looks great, and once again, this is going to be an army builder, so I'm expecting him to sell out a lot. So maybe they'll keep up with demand and make a bunch of them. Alright, and next up on the list, we have Stalker on a retro card. Now, I previously bought the classified Stalker. I didn't love it. I still copped it. He's pretty much on sale everywhere on every site. But this retro card looks great. He's got the classic camo, so I'm looking forward to this figure. And last but not least, we got Cobra Commander. You can't start your G.I. Joe collection without a Cobra Commander figure. This figure looks great. Glad to make him on a retro. And thanks Hasbro for fixing that retro card situation. That previous card stock was trash. And now that you fix it, this is going to be a line for me to collect. So grab that Cobra Commander. So you saw all the Joes they got coming up. Some are good, some are trash. Are you copping this or not? Main one out.